Good morning. My name is Erin, and I am so happy to be here today to lead you in our morning meditation. So take a few minutes to make yourself comfortable. Plant your feet on the ground if that's what you feel is best for you. But really get grounded in this moment, in the here and the now. And if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, you may do so. Exhale anything that is lingering from this morning. Exhale anything that you think about for the rest of the day, and just be here now. Take a moment to focus on your heart center. In your heart, there's a beautiful light, growing, thriving, connecting you to all that is. This light grows till it fills your entire chest. Spreads down your arms, through your fingertips, through the bottoms of your feet, and embraces you in its warmth and its love. This is the spirit within, loving, nurturing, and guiding. Take comfort in this light, in this embrace. I'll keep the time for you and let you know when it's time to come back to the room. Your body begins to absorb the light, leading your attention back to your heart center. This love, comfort, nurturing care lives within you and is always available to you. As you begin to come back to the room, notice the sounds, the feel, the smell of the room. The water running, the sky's beautiful melody. Begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Roll your shoulders, whatever it is you need to bring you back to the here and the now. Namaste.
Jackson isn't here, so I'm going to do the best I can to sub for him. There's a reason for the sunshine and sky. There's a reason why I'm feeling so high. Must be the season when the love light shines all around us. There's a reason, grab you deep inside, keeps you feeling where your love can't hide, and then go stealing through the moonlight nights with your lover. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream. Let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. You'll know what I mean, it's the season. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. You'll know what I mean, that's the reason. There's a reason for the warm, sweet nights, and there's a reason for the candle lights. Must be the season when those love lights shine all around us. So let that wonder take you into space and lay you under the loving embrace. Just feel the wonder as it warms your face, you can't hold back. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow like the smallest of dreams, and let your love show. And you'll know what I mean, it's the reason. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. You'll know what I mean, that's the reason. Let's sing it again. Just let your love flow like a mountain stream, and let your love grow with the smallest of dreams, and let your love flow. And you'll know what I mean, it's a season. Just let your love fly like a bird on a wing, and let your love bind you to all living things, and let your love shine. And you'll know what I mean, it's a reason.
Thank you, Sky. I love that song. I was so happy you were singing it. Love is the reason, especially on Mother's Day. If you're a mom, or you're a mom to a pet, to anything, a butterfly, please stand up so we can celebrate you today. It is Mother's Day. Please stand up so we can celebrate you. I'm so deeply, mothers, when our children leave the nest, you might get more like me. Or, you become a mother to humanity. So we are so deeply honored, and we celebrate you today. On the way out, if you haven't already got one, grab a carnation. It's our gift to you. It's the least we could do for the hard work of a mom, right? Even to a pet. It's the hard work of a mom. So welcome to Prescott Centers for Spiritual Living. We are so happy you're here today. My heart is full. It's a beautiful day. Oh gosh, there's flowers outside, and love is the reason, and it's reflected in our environment today. And I am deeply humbled every time I stand on this stage and look into your beautiful eyes, that you have shown up for yourself, for your journey, and for your spiritual growth. This weekend, we had a practitioners retreat, and Reverend Donald facilitated, and his beautiful wife, and we had a great time. We did the work, and so we celebrate our practitioners too. So if you're a practitioner and you're present today, please stand up so we can celebrate you as well. There we go. Thank you. So we have John, Sharon in the back, Mel, Miss Hazel, Sabrina, and Erin is our practitioner student. We have Kathleen, that's a practitioner student, and Jim. So we have some coming too. And if you're interested in being a practitioner, we are always looking for you to inquire about that. You can see Erin. And we'll let you know how to get started and what classes you need to take. It's a beautiful journey. So I came prepared to tell you, a little bit about what our practitioners do and how they are valued here at Prescott Centers for Spiritual Living. So here are a few key takeaways. Practitioners embody the spiritual truth. They see wholeness, speak the word, and trust in the power of principle. They hold the high watch, silent, steadfast presence during service, meetings, and moments of challenges. They always pray first to meet any conflict or issue that may arise. They engage in sacred service, not from performance, but from love and humility. Every action is a ministry to a practitioner. They maintain spiritual practices daily, treating, meditating, journaling, and studying to stay anchored in consciousness. They also teach classes and have their own special skill set, zone of influence, those are Mel's words, and zones of excellence and influence. And hopefully you'll be seeing some of those coming up pretty soon. And let's see, they honor growth, healing, and impact the world through their courage and grace. Doesn't that sound lovely? And they uphold the field. The practitioners help create a clear, loving atmosphere that benefits the whole community. We are so grateful for our devoted practitioners. They are not just words when they talk about service with a capital S, but they are a presence, and we are deeply and profoundly grateful for them. They are a living reminder of spirit in action. And we honor you today. And also, after service, our practitioners do stick around for you for a 3-minute miracle. So we'll ring that bell 4 times to kind of usher you out and go to the community hall and celebrate. And then if you want prayer, you can stay seated, and they will get to you. And no one is more important than the other. Even if they're taking a little bit longer with someone, they still have time for you. We want to send you off in your week anchored in principle and love so that you can manifest your greatest desires. That's how strong they are, by the way. They're the answers to all your problems. No? You know why? Because you don't have any problems. That's a practitioner joke. Yeah. So we talked about Erin and Mother's Day and our retreat, and we just want to welcome you into this beautiful sanctuary, into the feeling of joy and happiness and bliss. And we have Sky today. I'm always so happy to see him. And please say with me our beautiful affirmation. I am a divine being. My nature is clarity, calmness, harmony, and love. I accept everyone for who they are. My body is healthy and whole. And we have a great talk from Reverend Donald, which is coming up, so we're deeply grateful for that, because, he shares his Graves laws with us to have better living. So here we go. Thank you.
I recognize the unity of all things right here, right now. It is peace, it is love, it is joy, it is you. You are that spirit that brings the good to the surface of the world. I see the spirit in you as I see the spirit in me. And I know that this service gives you exactly what you need, exactly what I need, exactly what needs to be radiated out into our community so that we become this one living, breathing source of good for all. I know that we have beautiful music supporting our message, beautiful technology, children, teachers, practitioners, service leaders, signers. Everyone who puts this all together does so with perfect grace and love for each and every one of you. I am so grateful for this time, and I am excited to hear what we have available for us today. And I release this knowing it is done and good, and affirm it by saying, and so it is.
All right, sing with me. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am, God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. One more time. God is, I am, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is, I am.
Today I'm going to do a reading from the Tao Te Ching by Lao Tzu. It's book 1, chapter 25. There is something that contains everything. For before heaven and earth, it is. Oh, it is still, unembodied, all on its own, unchanging, all-pervading, ever-moving, so it can act as the mother of all things. Please take a moment to reflect on this. Thank you. If I could have the candlelighters come forward. The Center for Spiritual Living Prescott, guided by the science of mind, acknowledges the diverse faiths and spiritual traditions that enrich our world. Each belief system offers a distinct understanding of the mysteries of existence and a unique connection with the divine. Lighting these candles symbolizes our collective reverence for the diverse paths humans take in search of meaning and purpose. In this shared moment, we affirm and celebrate the multiplicity of the human experience. We light a candle for Christianity, based on the teachings of Jesus the Christ, who taught the path of love, forgiveness, and healing by the presence within. For Islam and its teaching and belief in the one and only God, creator of the heaven and the earth. For Judaism, a community of shared laws, traditions, and family ties, which began with the covenant between Abraham and God. For Buddhism, the middle path of non-attachment that ends suffering. For Hinduism, the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. For the traditions of the indigenous people everywhere and their close and sacred connections to the earth, sky, and waters. For Baha'i, the path of unity and peace. For the goddess traditions, celebrating the power and wisdom of the feminine energies, including nature and nurture. And for the science of mind, a philosophy of life that teaches there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. Please read this affirmation with me. I am here for God. My purpose is to express the nature of God as love, abundance, and joy in everything we do. The good I seek for myself is what I desire for all people everywhere. So it is.
Hear what I have to say. Just like children sleeping, and dream this night away. There's a full moon rising. Let's go dancing in the light. You know where the music's playing. Let's go out and feel the night. I'm still in love with you. I want to see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. When we were lovers, I loved you with all my heart. Now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. I want to celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. I'm still in love with you, and I want to see you dance again. I'm still in love with you on this harvest moon. Harvest moon.
have you noticed when you become metaphysical, just about any song becomes a love letter to the beloved? You just kind of get lost in it. I just invite you to sit back and relax and leave everything that happened before that outside and just trust that beloved has whatever it is that you have on your mind. And you might even find a few answers from our wonderful talk today from Reverend Donald Graves. Let's give him a warm welcome. Are you going to use that one or which one?
Thank you. All right. This is supposed to be inspiring. I believe that inspiration starts here inside. Not inside me, inside you. That you're the one who showed up here today. You're the one who looks for the light and the love and the joy in life as it should be. And I don't think anything could get better than that, frankly. It's just how life is. And today's talk is, what is Mother's Day for you? It's very, it's a strange talk on Mother's Day. And I need to start this morning with welcoming you all. It's good to see you. And some of you I recognize, and some of you are new to me. And so we're going to have a little bit of fun today. How many of you know the history of Mother's Day? You know, sort of. Did you know that it started out as a call for peace? It started out as what some would call, at least politicians would call, a political statement. I do not believe that peace is a political statement. It's a human rights statement. That all deserve the right to peace and harmony in their lives, in their government, in their country, in their families, ... And yet, how many of you here, even starting from this old, came into violence of one kind or another, emotional or physical or whatever? Look around. And the rest of you can raise your hand too. Because you came in not having a clue about what's going on around you. That's something you got to learn over time. So, one of Graves' laws, your definitions are your law. Your definitions lord over you. They drive your values, they drive every thought, every word, every experience that you have. What the heck is God? And depending on who you talk to, that can have varied meanings. I mean, widely varied meanings. So when someone is saying something to you and you think you know exactly what they're saying, I recommend you ask, what are you saying? It makes the conversation a little longer, but it also adds the potential of clarity to it. So, a little bit of history about Mother's Day. Nope, that's not it. I'll get there. You know, I haven't done this very much. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Mother's Day itself started as a proclamation, and it was Julia Ward Howe, 70, wrote this proclamation. She had just walked the fields of the Civil War battlefield with her husband and Abraham Lincoln. She had just walked the fields of the Civil War battlefields with Abraham Lincoln and her husband. She had just written before that the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Now this is 1870. And she was so moved by seeing the effects of the Civil War, walking the battlefields, talking with Abraham Lincoln, talking to the people around her, seeing the damage, the destruction of families, etc. She was so moved that, and add to that, the Franco-Prussian War was just beginning in Europe. She was so moved, she called for a Congress of Women to gather and promote peace, a Mother's Day for Peace. This is her proclamation, and she presented it in Boston in 1870. Arise then, women of this day. Arise, all women who have hearts. Whether your baptism be that of water or tears, say firmly, we will not have questions decided by irrelevant agencies. Our husbands shall not come to us reeking of carnage for caresses and applause. Our sons shall not be taken from us to unlearn what we have been able to teach them of charity, mercy, and patience. We, women of one country, will be too tender of those of another country to allow our sons to be trained to injure others. From the bosom of the devastated earth, a voice goes up with our own. It says, disarm, disarm. The sword of murder is not the balance of justice. Blood does not wipe out dishonor, nor violence indicate possession. As men have often forsaken the plow and the anvil, at the summons of war, let women now leave all that may be left of home for a great and earnest day of counsel. Let them meet first as women, to bewail and commemorate the dead. Let them solemnly take counsel with each other as to the means whereby the great human family can live in peace, each bearing after their own time the sacred impress, not of Caesar's, but of God. In the name of womanhood and of humanity, I earnestly ask that a General Congress of Women without limit of nationality may be appointed and held at some place deemed most convenient and at the earliest period consistent with its objects, to promote the alliance of the different nationalities, the amicable settlement of international questions, the great and general interests of peace. Hokey smokes. And it was about a year later that Anna Jarvis organized a Mother's Friendship Day. So Anna's daughter took that mantle up, and in 1908 called for the first formal Mother's Day. And it was celebrated in 1909 in 45 states. So it caught on. Well, Woodrow Wilson in 1914, now this is a long time later, from 1870 to 1914, Wilson declared the second Sunday of May, defining it in a non-political way that was all sweetness and light and Hallmark cards. And Anna Jarvis, the second Anna Jarvis, railed at that idea. She did everything she could to tell people, don't go out and buy Hallmark cards, don't celebrate Mother's Day in this fluffy fashion, stand up for peace. Wow, we forgot that message. Many of us weren't even taught that message. I had to look it up. But that's the problem. Santayana, the great philosopher, wrote a long time ago, those who forget the past are destined to relive it. I would use the word doomed. Make it what it really is. If we forget our past, we will tend to relive it. And that's the value of metaphysics as taught by the science of mind. That's the value of this teaching and the benefit it offers to every single human being who chooses to study it. It is probably well misinformed that this is a cult. It's not. There's something so transparent about this philosophy. How could anybody even dare call it a cult? But I've been told to my face that I lead a cult. I've been told to my face that metaphysics is a get-rich-quick scheme. I've been told by metaphysicians, by metaphysicians, by fundamental preachers, that I'm leading my congregation to Satan, which makes me worse than Satan himself. That this was a religion of convenience. Obviously, he had never studied metaphysics, much less practiced it. That he stuck his little dogma in a box and tried to live from that. And that, to me, is a tragedy, because there is incredible truth available to every religion and every denomination within every religion if it was just sought out. And that's our goal, is to seek out truth. Science of mind, from the ancient Latin definition of scientia, to know mind. Because your mind is your interpreter for your world. It interprets what your body experiences. Your mind interprets experiences around you, thinking you know what the heck's going on, buying into a sense of faux safety. We have to treat life like a scientist. That means you test it and reaffirm it and trial and error. And you have a hypothesis, which is nothing more than an opinion. And if you believe deeply in that hypothesis and add some emotion to it, it becomes a belief of yours. And if you add action to it, all of a sudden, it becomes your faith. I would ask, what are you faithing right now? Are you faithing joy? Are you faithing wonder, awe, realization? Are you faithing love? Oh, there's a word for definition issues. It's right up there with God as far as different definitions. So, your definitions are your law. Well, about 8.5 million soldiers and 13 million civilians died in World War I, which started 3 years after Anna Jarvis did the Mother's Declaration for Peace and established Mother's Day. Wow. Now, the U.S. didn't get into it right away, but we definitely got into it. It was called the war that ends war because of all the devastation, all of the killing, all of the slaughter, the damage, etc., etc., etc. The war that ends war. Did it? People, it's in our nature to fight. It doesn't need to be, but it's in our nature. It's what we were trained to do. We react. Martin Luther King did his best to say nonviolent resistance. Gandhi did the same thing. Many teachers and many leaders, most were spiritually driven or spiritually associated, were all about peace and finding a harmonious way. That instead of conflict being a cause for violence, conflict being a cause for conversation, for discussion, for listening, for understanding. I'm going to give you a challenge. I heard a great definition about listening. How do you know that you're listening? If you're willing to be changed by what the other person has to say, if you're willing to be changed by what the other person has to say, instead of just giving automatically the reaction, even if it's only in your own head, are you willing to be changed by what they have to say? I mean, my God, it might be a liberation moment. In fact, I think it usually is, because it expands our world, even if we don't agree with what we hear. But we have to be willing to be changed in order to hear it. What a great gift for Mother's Day for us to birth ourselves in a whole new light, to start a whole new life right here, right now. This moment is when we are liberated in potential. This very moment. There's I'm a little bit of a what would I call it? I'm a little bit of a science of mind fundamentalist, meaning I think that the science of mind offers the planet. It offers all of us the opportunity to live a better life, and it gives us the tools with which to do that. It's the law of mind. This very thing I was talking about, to know mind, to understand it. Ernest Holmes wrote in It's Up to You, every man is primarily and fundamentally perfect no matter what he has done to himself. We teach that everyone and everything is perfect. And I taught every one of us can be more perfecter. So I want you to think about this. If our minds, if our thoughts, if our beliefs drive our experiences, that means that everything in life and everyone in life, including ourselves, is absolutely perfect based on the thinking that caused that thing or that person to be the way they are. Our thinking drives it. You've heard somewhere about, I'm sure, it's done unto you as you believe. Well, here we are, as we believe. Actually, here we are as we have faithed. Have you ever wished you believed something and it just didn't sink? But those things that have sunk and if you've lived from, that's your faith. People talk about faith and belief as if they're synonymous. They're in the same room, but they're not the same thing. They're not the same piece of furniture. And Ernest Holmes and the Science of Mind, people who spend all of their time talking about their unhappiness become more unhappy. Eventually, we shall understand that all human bondage is an invention of ignorance. I like the word ignorance. Again, that's another word that oftentimes is misunderstood. To claim our own ignorance or to claim that someone is ignorant doesn't say, I'm stupid or they're stupid. Ignorance means you just don't know. And I believe the solution to all of the world's ills, the suffering in life, can be resolved through education. Not just teaching, education, where real learning happens. So here, we have to self-confront. In this teaching, we self-confront. Self-honesty is a often claimed but not often realized possibility. Self-honest, to be honest with ourselves about what we want and what we're willing to do in order to experience it. We can change our minds at any time. It is done to you as you believe. Have you ever believed something that you found out later was not true? Yeah. Did you change your mind about that? No. I'm holding firm to it. That's self-honesty. Or did you change your mind about it? Yeah, and it literally creates a liberation moment, something I think we could use a lot more of. So what's the way out? There's a kind of a hard-minded guy by the name of Vernon Howard he was pretty tough-minded. He said, a man's failure to question the ideas by which he lives keeps his life as it is. It's from his work called 1,500 Ways to Escape the Human Jungle. Nicely put. And in Creative Mind and Success, also by Ernest Holmes, which was one of his first full books that he actually wrote. It was in the late 1910s, like 1918, 17, somewhere around there. The person who is to succeed will never let his mind dwell on past mistakes. He will know that so long as he desires any good, there is nowhere in the universe anything that opposes him. Nowhere, anywhere in the universe that anything opposes. And here's the problem. This is again from Ernest Holmes. Almost invariably, our negative reactions to life, our unhappiness, and perhaps most of our physical disorders are based on unhappy experiences that are buried alive in our memory. But yesterday can have no reality to us other than as our reaction to it. It's so easy to release ourselves from our reactions to our negative experiences. You know, the fact of the matter is this moment is not that. This moment is not that. This person is not that person from our past. Our past only has as much power over us as we give it, as we keep perseverating about the ideas that that's the way life is. I mean, you know how women are, you know how men are, you know how churches are, blah, blah, blah. All these beliefs, these stories we have made up in our own mind that we fail to listen to the truth about. We're afraid to be changed by them because who would we be? We wrap our identity into these ideas, these notions, and then fight for them. We fight for our limitations. Stop it. We don't need to do that. We can, but we don't need to. Holmes also wrote that a change in consciousness does not come easily. Why is that? Think about yourself. A change in consciousness, which is a shift in point of view. How easy is it to change from this point of view to this point of view? When I've invested 50, 60 years in this point of view, I'm committed to this point of view. And right over here, nary 2 degrees off the track, it's a completely different experience of life, a completely different expression. We change by shifting our points of view. There are a lot of bumper stickers out there that I love, but one of my favorite is, "Oh, evolve already." So my personal point of view is that everybody is perfect as they is based on the thinking that has caused them to be that way. And based on my own personal experience, I have changed my mind about things that I have decided in the past were true. I have worked with literally thousands of people and watched them change their minds and their lives changed. So maybe there's something to this thing about, you know, it is done unto us as we believe, and that we can change our minds, we change our beliefs, we certainly can change what we do and how we live our lives. We can embrace peace. It may not be simple, it may not be hard in the beginning, but it absolutely is simple. We can't stop with just posting post-its of affirmations around our house. We want to add action to those affirmations. And when at 3 o'clock in the morning we wake up with those glorious self-doubts and fears and wonderings about how did it get so bad and all these marvelous stuff that happens at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, why is that time? Because it's quiet outside, we're not distracted. That's the opportunity to confront those fears, those doubts. And that's when you get up, you look at your affirmation and say, this is how I choose to love my life from this point forward. I liberate myself from those old beliefs and opinions. I step out of limitation. I step into freedom. And then do it. Don't go right back to bed. Do something. Get your journal out. Call your minister or practitioner at 3 o'clock in the morning. They really like that. After 3 burnouts in my first 3 years in the ministry in the mid and late 80s, I stopped saying, I'm accessible to you. No, I started out saying, I'm available to you. After 3 burnouts, I started saying, I'm accessible to you. And if you get my voicemail, go into prayer yourself. I will call you back. It worked. It worked. So, every person, event, or experience is perfect based on the thinking that created it. I know you as perfect, whole, complete, as you is. and that you are not limited by anything that made you currently the way you are. You can always get better. More perfecter is one thought away. So I invite you today to step into a more perfecter you. It's only one step, one thought, and one act. Bless you. I love your music, Sky. I mean, who can't love Neil Young? So I like to move this time into a healing treatment, a healing prayer. We call it prayer in the general world. In the science of mind, we call it a spiritual mind treatment, because we're treating our minds to know the truth, the liberating part of us, that part of us that lives as God. And so I invite you to join me in this, and please interpret or translate my words into words that work for you, since we all have a little bit different language. As I speak in first person, translate this for yourself and join with me as I step into knowing the truth. And I look around the world around me. I see the sun shining, the wind blowing, the rivers flowing, people interacting, cars negotiating intersections without killing anybody. I see the natural order of life everywhere, all the time, in everyone and in everything. I called that action, that activity, God. I call the cause of it, the wholeness that causes all of it, God. That omniscience, that infinite intelligence, that omnipresence where it's infinitely available everywhere, everywhere present, in every cell of the body, in every act, every word, everything. And that love that caused all things to be, that permeates all minds, so that the truth of true love becomes clear, it resonates, it lifts, it enlivens. And the activity of that spirit just settles into every thought, every word, every act. So with this awareness, I just naturally, easily fill with gratitude. My body relaxes. And the next step is to step into the river of life, and I let it liberate me. I let it float me into my next evolutionary experience. For all of this and the gratitude that fills me, I simply remain in awe, because it keeps getting better. So I let go of these words and let life itself happen in me as God. And together, each can affirm it by saying, and so it is.
Sing with me. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. I knew you guys were going to do that. This isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and this world will live as one. Imagine no possession. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and this world will live as one.
That was lovely. I'm just telling you, I'm a fan. Where are those CDs at? I am anchoring to drive back and forth listening to those things, Sky. I am putting my word on the law that that CD will show up. And we can support you in your beautiful skill set and God-given talents. I wish I could sing. I cannot. But that's okay. God says make a joyful noise, and then nobody will care. Is that true? All right. Please just know it's that time in our service where we share our gifts, and we celebrate our gifts of time, treasure, talent, and also your finances. And we do deeply appreciate any of those things. That Spirit is always in support of itself. And so we just honor that. And we hold it close, and we deeply appreciate it. Thank you. Please read with me our beautiful affirmation. Divine love in and through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, life.
As a tribute to my mom. First thing I remember knowing is a lonesome whistle blowing, a youngin's dream growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild, Mama seemed to know what laid in store. Despite all my Sunday learning, towards the bad I kept on turning. Mama couldn't hold me anymore. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Daddy, rest his soul, left my mama a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanting me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. I turned 21 in prison, doing life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. Leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried.
Hobble down here. And would I have my ushers come forward? Miss Pam, thank you for your service today. Thank you so much. And we will just place a blessing on your gifts so that we know that all things come from the beloved, the spiritual essence and energy of time, talent, and treasure, that it comes and goes and always is right where we need it when we want it. And all we have to do is believe it. And so in that spirit of this talk today, we know that the gifts of spirit are ours to use as we wish to enhance this community, to bring more projects to our local area and to be of service to Prescott's in a new and greater way. That as we embrace our vision and values and we are good stewards of the gifts of spirit shared with us, that we know that they must be returned to you and to us, for life, money, energy is reciprocal. That I know this beyond a shadow of a doubt, directly experiencing the newness of spirit with a renewed mind, a renewed heart, and a renewed spirit in my own life. I know it for yours as well. That there is only divine love, and that is all that is ever needed. And so it is. So it is. And now Miss Kathleen.
Happy Mother's Day to all women this morning and on here and online. If you're visiting us here at the center for the first time, and if you are comfortable, we'd like you to stand and tell us your name so that we can give you a warm welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Prescott. Anyone new this morning? Yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Noah. I live in Phoenix usually, but in the summer spend a lot of time in northern Arizona. So.
Wonderful. Welcome, Noah. Yes. Wonderful. Welcome. Yes. Welcome. Please.
Hi, my name is Lori, and I live in Prescott.
We're glad to have you. Yes.
My name is Mary Pam from San Diego.
Welcome. Those of you who are guests in the bookstore, you will find a section of previously read and much loved books. Please find one, take it with you, make it your own, and introduce yourself to what it has to say. And then join us in Sibley Hall for coffee, drinks, food, conversation. The Drum Circle will meet every fourth Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. There are volunteer opportunities here at the center for you to join and become a vital participant, such as ground worker, building maintenance, hospitality, bookstore, tech booth, greeters, candlelighters, and ushers. Lots of opportunities. The group of 8 will have their last meeting on Thursday, May the 22nd. No meetings this summer, but you'll begin again in September. Holding You in the Light for Nina note cards are on the table in the entrance to Sibley Hall. Love and prayers can be expressed on them and drop them in the box for her. There is a community outreach box in the lobby to offer your time also, and check out the information on the sign beside it. Patrick's classes of Tai Chi and Reiki meet on Tuesday at noon. That's it. Have a lovely week. Thank you.
Ooh, hello. All right. And are we going to...
Yeah, we'd all stand and sing the song.
There we go.
First, we're going to
and read our benediction.
read
There you go. Thank you.
Something wonderful is happening through me now. It is happening through my mind, my body, and my affairs. I think it, I believe it, I feel it, I know it, I accept it. Thank you, Lord. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, we're a family. Let's walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. Would to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Yes, there's peace on earth, and yes, it begins